a beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Everybody, welcome in to the playoff edition of the Give Me My Props Sports Betting Podcast slash Family. I am Larry Williams, aka that bad grade you got, even though you studied your hardest. He is Jan Bond, aka Jininjuice.
What up, though?
And this is the Give Me My Props Sports Betting Podcast slash Family, where we talk about all things NFL and NBA sports betting related, as well as life, love, and other stuff. What up with you, Jan?
I'm chilling, man, chilling. We had a pretty bad last weekend as far as like watching the games. It was only one good game the whole first round of the playoffs.
I would challenge that, and I would say it was only one game where the score was close. I thought the other games was good, but they just like teams got steamrolled. And you know me, I like watching a good blowout, man. I like watching a good routing or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't mind it because typically you typically only see special things in a route. You know what I'm saying? Typically, that's where you see the real special things in a route.
Right. Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Any surprises from last week?
The only surprise for me is that the Vikings got steamrolled. I didn't think they would get steamrolled. Like I thought the Rams had a chance, but I didn't think they would just get dominated.
And the Rams did not particularly play well, but they seem to just put it all together against the Vikings. 27-9 the score over there. Stafford went 19 for 27, 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold turned back into the pumpkin, 25 of 40, 245, a touchdown and a pick. I believe he got sacked maybe 8 times. And so, you're just not going to win a playoff game if you get sacked 8 or 9 times. Bottom line.
Right. And and I don't know if you remember, maybe 3-4 years ago when he was with the Jets, he got the nerve to get on national TV and say I was seeing ghosts. I would have kept that to myself. The ghost came back. He was seeing ghosts against the Lions and the Rams. The Rams pretty much just said, okay, we see what the Lions did. We're just going to do the same thing. And
Yeah, nine sacks for 82 yards lost. I think it was a fumble recovery touchdown in that game. You're just not going to win if you do that. You're just not.
Right, correct. You're just not.
Typically we open up the show talking about other stuff. And I would be remiss if I didn't say my prayers go out to the people in California dealing with those wildfires. That stuff is very, very serious out there, Jan. And I just, my heart goes out to everybody that's affected by that. I didn't know what's the name house burned down. JJ Reddick.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's it happened in the hills, in the mountains. So I'm pretty sure it's more than JJ Reddick. But wow, JJ Reddick.
Yeah, JJ Reddick's house burned down, and his little boys, they lost their memorabilia. And after the game, Wemby and CP3, they went up and give his sons their jerseys, and I thought that was a pretty cool moment. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So
definitely prayers goes out to anybody affected by that.
And my prayers go out to Houston because everybody's saying they're gonna get killed this weekend. Everybody said they're gonna get killed Saturday, dog. So, and excuse me, I didn't pick them in the first game.
I actually did though. I did, but I mean, I leaned.
No, you did.
It was kind of like a lean. I didn't bet it. I wish I would have bet it. I don't know why I didn't. The home underdog I wanted to take, but it's okay.
Because you thought that the Chargers had a real chance to beat them. That's why you
Yeah.
just picked Houston, but you were scared. You didn't know that they were going to beat the Chargers,
Well,
and
yeah.
I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would, even though that is mildly disrespectful because I don't think the Chargers made the playoffs last year, and Houston did. Um, and I can't say that the Chargers been better. They've been about even all season. The Chargers do have a better record. They did have a better record. They're one game better. Excuse me. And Mark in Houston gave me hell too. He said you ride with us all season. This was the playoff because you jump ship. And so
Right.
I'm sorry, I jumped ship. You're right, Mark. I didn't view it that way, but I gotta agree with you. I'm jumping ship, and I'm gonna jump ship again because that's the first game on Saturday, 3:30. Nobody has given them a chance. I want to sing "Meet Me at the Crossroads" and and end of the road, but that's a little premature. I'm gonna take Kansas City. I don't feel comfortable with this 8.5 though. I really don't. They don't blow out anybody.
Yeah, they don't blow out anybody. Yeah, Kansas City is in the middle of the pack. They 7-9 against the spread this season. I think the spread is way too high. I do think Kansas City probably will win, but I am giving Houston a chance. Anybody can beat the Chiefs if you beat them. You can't let the Chiefs hang around. You can't let it be a 3-point game at the end, a 6-point
Oh, they'll cheat
game.
you.
Yeah,
They'll cheat you.
yeah. Patrick could get you up out of there. I'm taking the 8.5, and I'm betting this. I think this is way too disrespectful. Kansas City is in the middle of the pack of every stat. No, they not that good at anything. They just got the best quarterback. Um,
In the world.
right in the world. Um,
You know where they're not in the middle of the pack at?
where? What?
The standings.
Uh,
Standings, they not in the middle of the pack in the
right,
standings.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean that's a damning stat itself. You know what I mean? It's just a lot to overcome.
yeah.
Gonna probably be cold in Arrowhead this weekend. It gets pretty cold out there. And Houston indoor team, I really like those guys. And did an outstanding job last week. I just don't see how they have overcome the injuries up to this point. I know the slogan is "In DeMarco We Trust," but not this time, bro.
Yeah, they have a good defense. They're number 6 against the pass. And they are number 11 against the rush. So they have a good defense. They got the Neil Hunter, Will Anderson on the ends.
Will Anderson's a monster.
Yeah, yep. And they got Stingley. Stingley is a top 5 corner in NFL. And remember, I told you about him week 0. I said watch out for Stingley. I think you laughed at me, but Stingley.
Well, you also said Sauce was the best, so I can't just
I said
you know.
Madden said Sauce is the best. You know who I said. Don't at me, Sauce. We want you on the show.
First of all, Sauce at that Easter market, Sauce. He's there every weekend.
I said Patrick Surtain was the best in the league, and we need you on the show, Sauce. So we need you on the show. Detroit, born and raised.
Can we gossip for a minute?
You can do whatever you want. It say
Okay.
say your name up here. I think you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So, what do you think about all this mess surrounding Deion Sanders coaching the Cowboys? Do you think it's a good idea? Mike McCarthy's apparently he's out of there. He's going to Chicago based on all the reports I've been seeing and reading and stuff like that. What do you think about this Deion? And I don't know where the hell that came from, right? I don't know where it came from. But what about this Deion Sanders to Dallas mess?
I think it's legit, and I'm gonna tell you this: Jerry wants to run the headlines. He's not in the playoffs, and we're talking about Dallas. This is Jerry Jones is a genius. You know what I'm saying?
It's typically negative though. Like we always talk about Dallas, but when's the last time we said something positive about Dallas?
All press is good press. Tupac beefing with Biggie, 10 million a piece sold. All negative, 10 million a piece sold. All publicity works.
Man, it
Unless
didn't end well though. Like, I mean, that might not have been the best example. Like, that didn't end well, Jim. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. Is that good press? Like, I mean, wait a minute.
10 million sold a piece.
That didn't end well. I'm out of here, dog. America, I'm out. He just drove me on to the next game. Now, here's one. No, Jan. Nah, serious business, man. I love my Lions. In fact, I go put the Hutch jersey on right now, but I'm not gonna put the Hutch jersey on right now. But at any rate, the Lions, they're at home hosting a playoff game against the Commanders. Jaden Daniels is crazy, man. Jaden Daniels is crazy. And if J- Jaden Daniels, man, absolutely bananas, man. Absolutely bananas. If it comes down to it, I just don't necessarily know that if that game were close at the end of the game, I just don't know if the Lions, as good as they are in a close game, I don't know if they're able to fend on Jane Daniels, dude, because they're weak. They're weak in the pass. They're weak in the pass defense. So I just I don't like the matchup. I think Detroit's gonna win. I think the line is a little high. I think it's I don't want to say anything bad about my team. The line is up to 9.5 on MGM, up to 10 on ESPN bets. Um it I don't like this line, man. And I'm afraid that the Lions struggle with mobile quarterbacks too, man. Tell me, I like the Lions, right? But like I have a cause for concern.
I'm not scared. This is the year of the running back, the year of the running game. 9 out of the top 10, 7 out of the top 10 rushing teams in the NFL made the playoffs. And since it's year of the running back, year of the running game, 9 out of the top 10 teams against the run made the playoffs. So it's this year it's been about stopping the run and running the ball. And you know who?
Okay, so who's the top rusher for the Washington Commanders?
And I just threw a blank.
Let me help you. Jaden Daniels,
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
891
Yeah,
yards
and the running back
and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a lot. But if your quarterback is the leading rusher of the team, I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's been hurt.
Yeah, but the other one, they backup is pretty good. And I just
Brian Robinson.
Yeah,
Brian
Robinson.
Jr.
Yeah.
He's really
He
good.
probably what he got about 700 if Jay Daniels got him.
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. on the season. Excuse me, Brian Robinson Jr. on the season. Looks like he's rushing 799 yards. So he's got about 800 yards.
Right.
Yeah, and man, I just you know what? I love my team, and I don't really want to say anything bad about them, and I believe in the Lions. All I'm saying is they struggle against mobile quarterbacks, and they weak at the pass. And this kid has been anything short of he's been nothing short of amazing. You know what I mean? This kid is really good.
Washington is middle of the pack, passing the ball downfield. The Lions are number 5. The Lions can run the ball, and they can stop the run. That's really what it's all about this season. So I don't think. And then you know what Washington can't do? Washington is number 30 against the run. I don't think they will be.
That's crazy.
I don't think they will be able to stop Gibbs. And Montgomery is supposed to be back. I wouldn't play him, but give me. I don't think this is a good matchup. They show it out.
Are they rushing him back?
I kind of think they are. I think he's rushing him back. I don't think the Lions are. I think he's rushing himself back. He really want to be out there. Even though he got the contract, he got an extension this year. I wouldn't be scared. But sometimes when you and I don't think he has animosity toward Gibbs, but just naturally when you see somebody excel when you leave and you know that's kind of your position, you kind of want to hurry up and get back out there.
Young boy, he had his career in Chicago. That's the young boy. I think he kind of understands that. Or do you think he still feels like he's serviceable and got 3 or 4 years left in him, and et cetera, et cetera, and
you want to get back. I mean, you want to get back. He hasn't been here that long where I feel like he might feel like I could just hang tight and they're going to be loyal to me. I mean, the Lions might be. Their history tells me otherwise, but he wants to get back. So I think he's rushing himself back. Um, but I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him into the Super Bowl. I don't see no upside of playing Montgomery. I only see downside. But if he wants to play, they're going to probably let him play. So we're going to see what happens. But Washington cannot stop the run. Washington defense is very leaky. Washington defense, they're actually okay against the pass. But the Lions, they play action a lot. They run you to death. You know what I'm saying? They are traditional.
Lions are deadly, man. Ooh, they deadly.
Probably the second best offensive line in the league. I think Washington is out of their league.
They also had the highest ticket prices this weekend, which is crazy.
Yeah, Lions fans show up and they show out. Lions fans move lines. Lions fans are very powerful.
Average ticket price for that game, $406. $406. That's pretty freaking crazy. Line is 9.5 on that. Opened at 7. I wonder what it'll close at. Because Detroit fans are notorious for buying that lineup. We believe in them so much that and what I mean when I say buying the lineup is I mean that that Detroit fans like Detroit so much that if the line opens at say Detroit's giving up 7.5, well, so many people will bet it that Vegas makes it harder. And so they'll say, well, you like them at 7.5, giving up 7.5? Well, how about if they give up 8? Do you still like them? Well, yes, we do. Well, how about if they have to give up 8.5? Do you still like them? Yes, we do. How about if they have to give up 9? Do you still like them? Apparently we do.
Yeah.
And 9.5 is kind of where it's flattened out. And so it's at 9.5 right now, guys. I do think the Lions are capable of blowing this team out. But Washington is just a really tough team, man. Shout out to my man Howard and Scotty. Big, big, big time Washington fans. And obviously the crib, Detroit. Just a lot of fans that way. Shout out to Al too. I don't know if we mentioned Al in the last episode, but he didn't call me cursing and carrying on. Probably because I wished him a happy birthday. Did you wish Al a happy birthday?
Of course.
Okay. So hey, your birthday coming up too. Do you want to talk about that on the podcast?
We'll talk about it when they get here because we'll still be playing football when it happens. So we'll talk about it when they get here.
All right, it's an important day. It's monumental, man. Don't be just blowing over your birthday. You like the 9.5, yeah?
I don't like the 9.5, and I actually teased this game before they changed the line. I hate when I come up here and tell y'all lines that don't exist anymore.
Don't do it.
I hate to do that.
He does not hate doing it in America. He does it every week. He do it every week.
Yeah, I actually got this tease. So I got Lions minus 2.5 on the teaser, but you can't get it. Now it's 3.5 if you take the teaser.
So it opened at 7.5. Where'd you catch it at? 8.5 and then bought it down to 2.5?
Yeah. I had got it at
8.5 and bought it down to 2.5 with the 6 points, huh? Because when you tease something, the teasers start at 6, guys. You can buy 6 points right out the gate, but you need 3 teams to make a teaser at least.
Well, you could do 2.
At least 3 teams.
You could do 2.
They got 2 teams. What's the number on that?
Minus 130. That's why we don't.
Yeah, nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. You need 3 teams to get into the plus money. That's plus 160 a flat rate. You get to buy 6 points. Just take that knowledge into this week or the next. I'm kind of off of that game. But just shout out to Jaden Daniels, man. That dude is super good. He is super good. He's better than everybody. He's better than Caleb and Bo Nix and who's the other one? Drake May and there's another one, Spencer Rattler and who else? I'm forgetting somebody.
I think that's about it. Out of the important people.
Yeah, I feel like there's somebody I'm leaving off here, but we won't get into it. I'm getting old, man. You see this gray hair right here? Well, our listeners can't see it. I'm pointing at a gray hair on my chin, guys. I'm pointing at a gray hair on my chin. Those are the 2 Saturday games, and then we got 2 Sunday games, Jan. Starting at 2 o'clock, so I'll get to go to church, and I won't even have to be pressing. And when I be in there, I'll be looking at Pastor dude like, "Hey, like, listen, don't make me get up and away from here now." No, I never disrespect Pastor like that, but he does get us out at a reasonable time. First game, 2 o'clock. Looks like this thing's coming on Peacock and NBC. So you're good if you don't have Peacock. It got NBC. The Rams are going to Philadelphia. Rams are going to. It's going to be cold. It's going to be
Yeah,
cold in Philly. That's my
yeah,
first thought.
yeah. It's gonna be cold. Um, actually, yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's playing on the East Coast, so West Coast team going East Coast.
And it's going to be cold.
Yeah,
No,
not good for the Rams.
not good for the Rams.
I'm gonna have a theme going. I'm gonna have a theme going. Like I said, this is the year of the running back, the year of the running game. Out of the 4 teams left, I mean not 4 teams,
Eight.
8 teams. 6 of the 8 teams are top 5 rushing teams.
Is
So
somebody tied for something or something? Because you said 6 out of the
6 out of the 8,
18
6 out of the
are
8
top
teams
5. How
are
can
top
6 be
5.
top 5? How can 6 be top 5? Somebody's tied.
Oh no, I'm saying, well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
uh,
come on, help me
well,
out.
give me top 10 then. Well, yeah, top 10.
Okay, okay. So currently,
Well, hold on. I think I said it right. Let me see one. Well, I gave it's too many teams. I said okay. How many games we got? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
so
Okay.
so
Four out of the teams. 4 out of the 8 teams left is in the top 5 of rushing. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
no, I mean, and no, and that's, I mean, nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Let's just educate the fans though. The top 5 rushing teams in the NFL this year. Number one, no mystery. Probably the best running quarterback and the best rusher in the league. You probably argue, maybe Saquon's arguable, at that point, right? But it's those 2 guys, right? You got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry leading the league, 3,189 yards total. Saquon and Hurts coming in second. Um, Looks like your boy, my boy and your boy, Brian Robinson Jr. and Jaden Daniels coming in third with 2,600. Bucks and Packers have been tossed out of the playoffs, and the Lions, the 6th team, with that 2-headed monster they got out there. And rounding out that, you got the Cardinals, Colts, Bills, Falcons, all of those great backs. Um, like you said, 4 of those teams in the top 5 or 6, 6 of those teams or 5 of those teams in the top 10. Um, just a tall hill to climb over there. Philadelphia is just way too good. Rams didn't look good on third down. But they did kind of handle Minnesota. But I thought Sam Darnold helped them a lot, turned to the pumpkin. He got back there with patting the ball, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Give me Philly -6. I like that number too. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I already bet it. I'm betting that. Give me Philly -6. The Rams just do not match up against Philly. The Rams cannot stop the run. The Rams cannot stop the pass. Even though the pass won't affect Philly, it's the run. And then Philly can stop the pass. Philly is number 1 in the NFL against the pass. And you know what the Rams do well? They pass.
They bad. Yeah.
So you want to go up against the number 1 offense, number 1 defense passing. I just don't think it's gonna be a good day for Stafford.
And the number two team rushing the football too. So it's just gonna be a tough, just gonna be a tall hill to climb for Stafford and the gang out there. But it's been a valiant run. They pieced it together. Had some injuries early and kind of just pieced the team back together. They got rolling at the right time. Beat a pretty good Minnesota team to advance to the divisional round. I like what they did this year, but I just don't think I think Philly's destined to kind of get to that NFC Championship space, where they were last year, right?
Yep. Nope,
And
nope, nope, not last year. Nope, that's the year before last. Last year they got beat by the Bucks in like the first round. So that was 2 years ago. They went to the Super Bowl.
that was 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 years ago. So, and which leans more to my Saquon being the damn MVP argument, but I mean, whatever. Right? I digress. One more game in the weekend, the final, and it seemed like we got here fast, man. We used to talking about 12, 14, 16 games. I haven't been really Cooper Flag monster game, 42 points. So we could get into some college or some NBA if you wanted to. Um, but the last game on the schedule for this weekend, 5:30. Goddamn, they didn't even give us a prime time game, Jan. Wow. What do I do when that game goes off at 8 o'clock? What do you do?
I don't know. Play Madden. I guess I don't know.
I don't play the game. I don't play the game. So I don't. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Buffalo hosting Baltimore. Lowest line of the 4 games this weekend. Probably the most even matchup of the 4 games this weekend. Um, I gotta lean toward Baltimore. I don't know why they're favored it, but I'm just gonna lean toward them.
Well, they favorite because they blew them out the last time they played. And then, like I said, I'm gonna keep this theme going. The year of the running back, the year of the running game, passing is very overrated this season. As Joe Burrow,
If it was the year of the running back, Derrick Henry or damn Saquon be winning the MVP right now.
the
Because
media,
both of them have taken their teams to that next. You know what I mean?
the,
So I don't know if we can call it that.
the,
But
me, the media hasn't caught up, and I guess we the media, so we're gonna be first. Um, the rest of the media hasn't caught up with it. This is the year of the running back, the year of the running game. Passing the ball is overrated this season. It just is. The number one passer, the number one
Mhm.
receiver are at home, and they've been at home. They didn't even make the field. The Baltimore Ravens are number one rushing team in the NFL. The weakness of the Buffalo Bills is defending the run. You can run on Buffalo. You can run on them.
uh, currently, the top 5 passers, only one survives. Joe Burrow leading the league at 4,900. Coming in at number 2, Golf 4,600. Baker, Geno, and Sam Darnold rounding out that top 5. They're all going home. Top 5 of the running backs. We got 3 of the top 5 still alive. Saquon and Derrick Henry at 1 and 2. Saquon with 2,000. Derrick Henry with 1,900 on 21 yards. And Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, and Gibbs rounding out that top 5. I didn't know Gibbs had so many yards. Gibbs got a lot of damn yards, Jan. He got a lot of yards. He got 1,400 yards.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
the Lions lead the league. Not number one, but the Lions are a top running team in the NFL. So
Well, they're number 6. We discovered that, right? They're number
right.
6.
Yeah, so the running back should be up there. Because golf don't run. The quarterback is not included in their stats.
Yeah, no, Golf's not running anyway. He's gonna run his mouth. He doesn't even do that a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the way, Stafford used to chirp at people. He's too nice. Anyway, I like Baltimore in the game. I like Derrick Henry. I like Lamar playing lights out. Numbers are. This is probably the best statistical season I've ever seen from a quarterback. And you're gonna argue me with the Peyton Manning 5,000 yard, 50 touchdown, the Brady the same thing, 5,050. I think Drew Brees and Peyton Manning have also threw for 5,000. I'm not really sure. I don't think Drew Brees threw for 50, but I know Peyton had 50 at one point. But at any rate, I just love what Lamar did this year. Stats absolutely stats are just absolutely crazy. 4,100, 4,100 passing yards. Um, he's also got looks like 915 rushing yards. Lamar just absolutely outstanding this season, and just not really sure where you can go from here, man. 4 touchdowns on the ground. He threw 41. Guess how many picks he threw this year, Jam?
We threw 4, I think.
4 interceptions,
Yeah,
man.
that's
That is
that's really low. That's really
Come on,
low.
man. Come on, man.
That's
Um,
really low.
Lamar throwing that thing at almost 80% completion percentage against the blitz. Oh gosh, wow.
Yeah.
Just not really just not really. I just don't see Buffalo beating them, man. I think the air runs out of this Buffalo thing at this weekend, man. They good run Q. My man Q out there. I lost a bet to him when the Lions played Buffalo. I think it was the game before the last game of the season, or it might have, yeah, it was the game before the last game of the season. Maybe week 17 or week 16 or something like that. Lost a bet to Q. So everybody can look forward to me wearing some Bills gear once I make my way back to social media because I'm on a fast right now. But anything you want to add to this game, Jay? I feel like I'm over talking it.
Do you know who the number one team against the run is?
The number one team against the rush, if I had to guess, I would say Pittsburgh,
No,
but I don't think it's Pittsburgh, or you wouldn't ask.
it's the Ravens. The Ravens are the number one running team and number one against the run.
Wow.
Yeah. You can pass on them, so Josh Allen, will make this a game because you can pass on the Ravens. The Ravens are like at like the bottom 10 against the pass. So you have to pass, but Baltimore, Buffalo doesn't have any like super elite receivers. But Josh will make this a game because you can pass on them and he can exploit that. But I don't think they got an answer for Derrick Henry. I think they
Go
get
ahead.
I think they get physical up front. I just don't think this is a great matchup. Overall, I think it could be a decent game because Josh might go nuclear and make this a good game. But at the end of the day, I think Derrick Henry beats down the wall and busts it open in the fourth quarter. I think that's what's going to happen. Lamar not going to turn the ball over. Josh can. So give me the Ravens, and I bet it. Give me the Ravens. And I actually
Go ahead.
and I hate I hate telling numbers that I don't have.
He says this, America, but he does it every week to y'all. I don't know I don't know where he gets off saying he hates it.
But
Seems like something he loves to do.
But the line is still really low. I took the Ravens as a underdog. Like Ravens are favorite right now. So give me the Ravens money line. You can still take it money line now because it's so close. But
And the Ravens should be favored in this one. I'm not really sure why. Well, you said the blowout win the last time they played, but this all year they've been better. I guess except for the time they played. The time they played, I again, I like Lamar in this matchup. I think he's had a better season than Josh Allen. No pun intended to Josh Allen. That's why I think you kind of got to get an MVP to Saquon Barkley, because I think that in reality it is.
Let me say this real quick. Yeah. The reason you gotta give Saquon an MVP, in my opinion, is these quarterbacks, Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes,
Mahomes, Burrow. Say Burrow.
I'll say Burrow too, and I'm putting Mahomes. Mahomes down this season. Every year he got the numbers to be in the running. It's just this one of his lower seasons. These quarterbacks throw these yards and have these crazy seasons every single year. Either you take it back to Peyton, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Every year they up for MVP. Every single year. It's so many quarterbacks that have these close stats. They throw 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. There's a lot of quarterbacks that do that. When the NFL been around for like 100 years, Saquon did something only 9 individuals have done in 100 years. 9.
8.
No, he the ninth. He the ninth
Thank
person.
You. Yeah, he is the ninth. You said he did something that only 9 other people did, and only 8 other people did it.
Right. Okay. we doing what they call it, semantics.
Yeah, semantics. Yeah,
right.
I mean, it matters a little bit.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. That was just a joke. Okay.
Mahomes 3,900, 3,900, 26 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's bad for him.
Get that to somebody else, and they be like, "I'll take that." That's bad for Patrick Mahomes. Get that to Zach Wilson. I bet he'll take that.
Do he have a job right now? Where he work at?
Where does he
He
work
work at
at?
McDonald's or something, don't he?
He was in the playoffs.
That man work at Amazon. That man work at Amazon warehouse. that man don't have no job.
No, he in the Broncos. I think he was at the Broncos. Am I mistaken? I'm going on the top.
The Broncos, he'll never see the field again. That boy playing with his hair on fire. I like that kid they got.
Right. And then going back to this MVP.
Right. Get we on track.
Out of the 9 running backs that have ran for 2,000 yards, 5 of them, I think 5. I'm going off the top of my head. So if it's 4, 5, or 6, don't kill me. But 5 of them have won MVP. Terrell Davis, Barry Sanders, OJ won MVP. Adrian Peterson,
AP.
That's how many is that?
That's 3. Davis,
I think that's
Barry,
4.
OJ, and then
4.
AP. That's 4.
That's 4. I think 4. It might be one more that I'm not looking at it. So did
Derrick Henry win?
Yeah, he didn't win MVP. He should have won it that year. I can't remember who they gave it to.
They gave it to a quarterback.
They gave it to a quarterback.
They gave it to a quarterback, right?
Most of the time, the MVP goes to quarterbacks. Running backs have won it. I think I'm going off the top. Marshall Faulk won MVP before.
That may be 5 then. That's 5.
But no, he didn't run for 2,000 though. That was talking about the 2,000 backs.
Oh, the 2,000 guy.
Yeah. He didn't rush for 2,000. He had like 1,000, which is rare too.
Yeah, he had 2,000 all purpose.
Yeah. He had 1,000 receiving, 1,000, which only 2 people in history, 3 people I think, have done that.
Okay. So let's just do this right quick. And I mean, did we pick this game though? This stuff's pretty much in the books, isn't it? Like we both picking Baltimore, all this crap.
Yeah, so I bet it too.
Who is the best? And we're gonna get out of here, folks, because I know y'all don't want to hear us arguing and just going back and forth. This is stuff we do when y'all not listening to us. But who is the better dual threat running back? LaDainian Tomlinson or Marshall Faulk?
I like Marshall Faulk. LaDainian was crazy too. So that's hard. That's hard.
That's why I ask it. I asked that question because that's a really tough question.
Halle Berry or Beyonce? Like,
I think that may be a little easier.
That's easier? No, give me Halle Berry.
That may be a little. What?
Give me Halle Berry.
Give me Halle Berry. First of all, Halle Berry has some emotional scar. Motherfuckers beating her up and all kinds. She get beat up and all. Not that women abuse or domestic violence is not funny in no kind of way. But like Halle Berry, she don't know her value. Like that, and so a woman like that is kind of in trouble.
But LaDainian and Marshall Faulk is like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you say.
And obviously we joking. Both of us are happily married and stuff like that, and so we have no desire to lust after Beyonce or Halle Berry.
Like, no, it's just
what
the
kind
beauty.
Of men do you think we are?
No, it's just the beauty. We having a beauty pageant. Beyonce or Halle Berry. That's what. So what I'm saying is they both are outstanding women. Marshall Faulk and LaDainian are outstanding running backs. Both Hall of Famers. Greatest show on turf. Give me Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk was crazy. LaDainian was crazy too though. So it's kind of hard. Marshall Faulk is the reason why we saw Kurt Warner. I would say Marshall Faulk was more important than Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was just the icing of the cake and got it all together. But you got to stop Marshall Faulk. So since you got to stop Marshall Faulk, now you got Torrey Holt running by himself. You got Isaac Bruce running down by himself, and you do have to have somebody to make them passes, which Kurt Warner was. But Marshall Faulk was that guy. You know, so. Give me Marshall Faulk.
Just hell of a question there. I just came up with that one off the fly. Trying to get the information pulled up. Internet's giving me a hard time. Trying to get their numbers pulled up here. And do a side by side comparison. Um, and do a side by side comparison. All right, here we go. Um, Overall, 12,279 yards. Falk rushing. Tomlinson 13,684. So he's got him in the rushing yards. Rushing touchdowns. Tomlinson 145. Falk only 100. But
Right,
in the
right.
running
What about the
game,
receiving?
6,800 yards for Marshall Falk, only 4,700 for Tomlinson, which that sounds ridiculous. Only 47 yards.
Right. What about touchdowns?
And
Receiving
30
touchdowns.
36 rushing, 36 receiving touchdowns, 36 receiving touchdown for Falk to 17 LaDamelin. Um, excuse me. Clear here what's going on. Tomlinson way better in the run game. Um, Falk way better catching the ball. Um, so for dual threat, you make it go with Falk. You make him go with Falk because he was a little more dangerous in the passing game. It actually looks like he's a lot more dangerous in the passing game. It
Yeah.
looks like he's a lot more dangerous in the passing game.
Only two people have had 1,000, and we got one of them on there. I think Roger Craig had 1,000 too. Remember the great Roger Craig?
Yeah, the great Roger Craig.
Yes,
That was San Francisco's running back way back for you
yes,
guys that don't know that. That's back when guys were playing Tecmo Bowl, but we're not playing Tecmo Bowl anymore. We're playing Madden, and we ain't even fooling with Madden that tough because we messing with the books. All right, and we messing with the books. All right. And definitely thrilled. Definitely thrilled to do the show with you, Jan. Very excited about everything, and look forward to these games this weekend, man. Anything you want to say to the fans or to our family, I guess, so to speak, before we get up out of here? And we shout out Al, we shout out Mark down there in Houston. Shout out to them Philly boys. They be listening to this stuff. So shout out to them boys too. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, bro?
you pretty much covered it all. I'll say a little something we was thinking about. Um, Washington and the Rams are really bad against the run. Especially Washington. Um, I'll take Gibbs over his yards over 85. I'm betting that. And I might want to parlay it with Saquon. It's plus 250. Saquon over his yards. Gibbs over his yards is plus 250. I kind of think that's pretty solid. Just throwing something else out there if anybody want to think about that.
Saquon is so ridiculous, man. I'm thinking that he may break the single season, excuse me, the single game playoff game, the single game playoff record or something like that, man. Because he definitely got a lot of gas left in his tank, man. I mean,
Yeah.
some people accused him of working when he slid for no reason in that last game.
Yeah, he had the betting world on fire when he did that. He really had no reason to do that. It wasn't a one possession game. People usually slow down or do that when they about to go up by 5 or go up by 6. They was up by like 12. He had no reason to slide right there. People were mad. Even Devontae Smith looked like he had some he had some money in because he was really mad. Don't have
Hey
me,
man, what
hey,
you boy did ask what's the receiver name?
oh, and,
What the boy used to play in Atlanta?
I know you're talking about
uh
Calvin Ridley. Don't add us Calvin
Calvin
Ridley.
Ridley. Yeah, ask
You
Calvin Ridley of that.
you've been suspended. This is not speculation. Don't add us.
No, at me. At me. I need to know the next high play. Dog. Get with me offline, Calvin Ridley, because I know you know. I know you know. Hey, America, man, we love y'all, man. Family. Know what I'm saying? Man, every time I get to do this show with Jan, every time I get to do the show with you, Jan, man, it's always fun. A lot of laughs. Get some adult beverages and just really let people behind the scenes about the things that we do every week. And sometimes we win a lot of money and sometimes we lose some, and I mean, that's just the nature of it. And a lot of people been along for the ride with us. Through the ups and the downs. We didn't get the show out in time last week, so sorry about that. But we did get it out, and so hopefully it was able to help some people. Anything else, Jen? I feel like we leaving something on the table.
I do feel like we leaving something on the table. It just wasn't a lot of games. Like you said, we usually going through 16 games a week. So to go through 8 games is just seem like wow, what else we gonna talk about? But um yeah, I really have nothing else. I mean, you want to
We can
say
talk about Wemby. We can talk about
well,
Wemby.
I'm not even in the NBA world. I'm not even there yet. I'm gonna get on board in a couple weeks. I'm gonna throw this out there. Anybody that's watching us, it says Jininjuice at the top of the screen. That's my gamer tag on EA. So if you on PlayStation or Xbox, you can put that in there if you want to play me in Madden. Jininjuice. Anybody that's listening, JININJUICE.
Anybody that's struggling that need a win, just contact that man. I watched his last couple of games, dog. Contact that man, dog. Hit his little gamer tag up, bro. I'm telling you, listen, whoever listening, hit his gamer tag up if you need a win, dog. You desperate for a win, hit his gamer tag. He's reeling right now. I think Jan is two and three in his last 5. This is the perfect time to get a hold to him, guys.
I play against the world, so sometimes I can't take a loss. But y'all, hey, anybody want to play me? Hey, it's up there.
You say you
Put
available.
it in there. I'm available. Let's get it in.
Hey, listen, and when you hit his gamer tag and get you a win and get you a ranking, because he is ranked kind of high, y'all. But I'm trust me, he's slipping a lot of times. You might catch him, might have one too many adult beverages. I don't know what's going on. The dog might got to you catch him slipping. And when you do and get your ranking up, give my props, America.
Yeah, give me my props.
We love y'all. Peace.